Surprise! It's Deborah Austin here tonight to chit chat with you with about a little bit about midlife marriage magic. I'm getting myself together a little bit here, so y'all come on in. If you're here, let me know. I know I tried this on Sunday, and my internet was not cooperating, so hopefully we'll have a better success tonight. So I just wanted to come on for a little bit and just talk a little bit about what this midlife marriage magic show is all about. If this is your first time seeing me, hi. My name is Deborah Austin, and if you are someone from you end up seeing the replay, hello to the people in the future. My name is Deborah Austin, and I am a life coach and a marriage strategist. I empower Black women to discover their truth and thrive at the midlife stage of marriage and beyond. There's so many women who, by the time they get to be in their 40s, 50s, 60s, they have focused so much on other things, other people, just not themselves. And they have just lost who they are. They don't know um, what they actually like anymore. They may have liked certain things when they were younger. They don't even know if they like those things again because they haven't done them. You know, we as Black women are, the matriarchs. We are the nurturers. We are the caregivers. And when you get to this stage of life where I am, I'm retired. I'm 63. I'll be 64 in October. And so I am in, I think what they refer to it is as the sandwich generation, where we are in between. We have adult children who have children, so we also have grandchildren, but we also may have aging parents. And so we're kind of caught in the middle between caring for parents and I don't want to say dealing with, but, dealing with grown children and all of the um, challenges that come along with managing those relationships. So I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about what midlife marriage actually, what my outlook is for it. So I'm hoping that people will come on in. I'm trying, different times to see if I can get anybody to show up because the people that might possibly be looking to chat with me might be hanging out online this time of night. In the Eastern time zone, it's after 9 o'clock. And, you know how we do. Pick up your phone. You might be in the bed. You might be, just winding down after a day of work. Maybe you're not retired yet, but you are in your last year or two of work or even month or two of work. And so, in this age, a lot of times we're up late. A lot of times we're, can't sleep or don't have anything to do necessarily. You might be retired like me, and I don't have any, well, other than the fact that I do walk with the ladies that are here in Monte, Ecuador, which is where I have retired to, and that's a whole nother story that I will share with you. But I'm hoping that I'm going to grab some people's interest this time of night, but we'll see. So right now, there's no one here, but I'm hoping that all of my subscribers have set up notifications. And if you are seeing me now, if whenever I come across your feed, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And that's how other Black women who may want to join in the conversation can find out about me. So who am I? As I said, my name is Deborah Austin. I am a life coach and a marriage strategist. And what I do is I help people to find themselves and get their lives back on track, or even help them to think about things that they've never thought about before. I have manifested a restored marriage. I have manifested retirement, manifested to moving from one location to another, to even another, to get to what I had envisioned as my dream life. And I will say that there are some things that have come along with that were not necessarily a part of my dream, at least not what I thought of, but they fit, they work with the dream. For example, yesterday, y'all, I went whale watching. And when I tell you, just wow. It's if you've never experienced it, it is definitely something to put on a bucket list if you have one of those, or if you think like that, because just being out there. Now I'm gonna tell you, I was nervous because I have this thing about being out in the ocean and something could get me and nobody will know because it'll just come and eat me and then that'll be over. But anyway, so I didn't share with anybody. I went. My husband and I went with a group of women that I walk with. I live in Manta, Ecuador. I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia. Retired from there in 2021. A retired educator. Moved to Jacksonville, Florida. My husband and I moved there for a couple of years, and then found out about the Exodus Summit. Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow and Adelia Bourjade, all those people, the Black women who are a part of the Exodus Summit that help women who are interested in moving abroad do that, or not necessarily move abroad, but just have a better life. And but generally that involves moving abroad or bopping around, even if you don't, land anywhere. Just take the opportunity, take a sabbatical, and refresh yourself and learn about you. And that's kind of what I do. I'm not the women that I talk to are generally going to be already retired, or well, not necessarily already retired, but may or may not have Exodus as a part of their plan, but are transitioning in their life. Like you may be empty nester, you may be newly divorced, you may be newly married at this age. Either maybe even a second marriage, but you might be widowed, but you are a Black woman in this age range, and you are trying to figure out your life. What do you want to do? What do you want to do next? Who are you now? And I have tools and strategies to help you to figure that out for you, because of course it's not the same for everybody. So when I am on live with doing talking about midlife marriage magic, those are the kinds of things that we'll be talking about. So we're gonna, once I establish a time, and like I said, I'm working. I had said Sundays at 4, but I think that is not a good time because Sundays, for people who are still working, that's not a good day to for this, because for a lot of people, either you're still dealing with kids or Sunday is your day of rest. And even though this is intended to be a kick back, sit back and relax type of thing, you may not have that opportunity because you're getting ready to go to work on Monday, or you got whatever. So I'm going to try a different time. So tonight, like I said, for the Eastern Standard Time, it was around 9:15 or so when I came on. And for me, because I'm in Ecuador, and Ecuador does not observe daylight savings time, right now it is after 8 for me. But in the States, when you spring, well, no, you will fall back in October. So when you fall back in October, then the time will match. We'll be back on the same time. But for right now, I'm going to call it 9 o'clock Eastern time, because that's 8 for me here, and that's not too late. So once time changes, maybe I'll move it back to 8, but I don't know. Because I feel like if you're going to be able to hang out, you're going to be able to hang out. So that's how I'm looking at this right now. Because under normal circumstances, I'm not really doing anything this time of night. We've already had dinner. My husband and I might be just watching a movie or something along those lines. So, you know, periodically for me to be here to chit chat with you and help you to have a better life and change things in your life that you've been wanting to change, but possibly just needed a little guidance around that because that's what I do. This is a good time for us to chat. So, what will we be chatting about? So, I wrote down a few things to give me a little guidance so that I can share with you some of the things that we might be talking about. So, when you think about a woman, a Black woman in their 40s, 50s, 60s, what are some of the challenges that we might have? What are some things that we're dealing with that, it would be helpful to us if somebody else shared how they dealt with it? It's coming up for us. We all know about the dreaded menopause, which is not the same for any two people, but it's something we all would like assistance with. There are so many different things out there, and I may not know about them. You might know about something that I don't know about that's simplistic and that helps me. And if you can do that, well, honey, bless your heart, because I was with some of my friends today, and those personal summaries just come right on through. She was, my friend was sitting next to me, and she was like, "Girl," and I said, "Honey, I know, but what can you do?" So, what can you do? If you have a great, wonderful solution for that, then come on to Midlife Marriage Magic and talk to us about that, because that impacts your marriage. And, because the title of my show is Midlife Marriage Magic, a lot of people think that it's only for married people. But if you've ever been married, you may not be married right now, or you may be getting into a marriage, or you may be widowed. But if you've ever been married, you might be divorced. If you have ever been married, then you have perspective. You have lived the life. So come on in. Come on in and talk to us. And like I say, grab something to drink, sit back and relax, and we'll just talk. You can submit if there's a topic that you want us to talk about, and you don't want anybody to know that it was you that brought it up, send me a message and I'll bring it up. And they will have no idea that, it came from any particular person. I might say this was submitted, but, because I know that a lot of times it's difficult to talk about things if you are not made aware of the fact that somebody else wants to talk about it. Or it might be difficult to talk about it because you haven't talked about it and you think it's only you. A lot of times we think that, and so we don't share. But what they say, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Y'all, I'm a little on the old side. So, but yeah, you gotta speak up. So if there's something that you want to talk about, bring it to the forum. Bring it, send me a message and we'll talk about it. But the purpose of this show is to just let us exhale, just to do that. Even if that means you just sitting up, listening, watching, and getting information, which I don't mind. I do want you to interact because I want to know that you're there, and I want to know what concerns you have or what suggestions you may have, because we have all lived different lives and different people have experienced different things. And so, I want you to share, but I also understand that everybody's not going to have anything to share every time. And sometimes you like to just listen. And also, you might be doing something, because I tend to do that when I may listen to people that I like to listen to on YouTube, and it's in my earbud, and I'm up walking around. My phone or my computer is somewhere else in the house, so I'm not actively sitting and typing, and I get that. But I also want to know that you're there. So if you are there, say hi. and let me know that this is resonating with you, that you would like to participate. I am going to ask you to give me some information at the end so that I know that you made it to the end. But right now, I'm going to get back to talking about some of the things that I have been considering that we may talk about. And of course, if you have topics of conversation, something you want to ask, please submit it and we'll do just that. So, some of the things that I have done as far as when I work with my clients, I have provided them with strategies and tools to be successful for the goals that they have. And one of those things I have is a marriage manifestation journal. And just a real quick aside, um, I mentioned to you to a lot of people. Well, I mentioned when I came online before that I am coming back to my business after being away from it for a while. And during that time, I moved from the United States to Manta, Ecuador, which meant that I had to get rid of everything. My husband and I sold, gave, left stuff, left stuff with our kids and got a few things in storage. Not much. I'm proud of the amount that we have left that's still there, but we are sharing a space with our son and got some things at our daughter's house. But we got rid of a lot of things, but I said all that to say, a lot of my business supplies I did have to get rid of. So I don't have printed copies of a lot of things that I would have had and be like, hey, this is my printout, here's my marriage manifestation journal. But it is actually a digital item. I could have pulled it up, which I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, so that was one of the tools that I had that I use with my clients. And it is basically a tool to help you if you have goals in your marriage. Then it's just like any other journal or any other manifestation tool that you may have. It keeps you focused. You write out, you relate your goals or your journals to specific things in your marriage that you want to work on. And you describe how you're going to do it. And so you know that when you write things down, when you visualize it, all of that helps to bring it to fruition. And so using my marriage manifestation journal, you can get your marriage on track, and it will help to remind you of the things that you said that you wanted to do to improve. So it's that's one of the things that we would be able to look at and share. And actually, I'll pull those. Well, tonight I don't want to get into. I don't want to like show you this and the other. I'll tell you about it. We can look at them later because that's going to prolong things. Plus, I don't have all of it in front of me. Like I said, a lot of my items, because of the weight, I couldn't bring a lot of stuff. So I brought some things, but didn't bring others. And some stuff I actually had to discard. So like all of my vision boards, I facilitate vision board experiences. So that was something else that I would be talking about. I don't have the vision boards anymore. I had to throw them away, but I do have pictures of them. So I'll be able to share those with you. So that's actually the next thing that I have on my list, my vision board experiences. I facilitate vision board experiences virtually. So I would, let's say I did one. I tend to do them like at the beginning of the year. I had one scheduled last year for a mid-year one, and I ended up not doing that one. And then sometimes I do it at the end of the year. But it can be based on whatever. I even do them for celebrations. Like if you have a birthday coming up and your family is spread out, but you all want to kind of gather virtually, I can facilitate you doing a vision board experience during that time. in a couple of hours, and it's fun. It's a great way to get together, but also to think about your life, think about the things that you want to do in your life, and you know, create a presentation to remind you of that and help you to work towards it. So that's really what vision boards are for. They are tools to help you to reach goals that you set for yourself. And as we do those, I try to get you to think beyond what you've ever thought of before, because that's a part of discovering who you are now. So those would be part of the strategies that we would use. So yeah, vision board experiences. I talk about journaling. I have been journaling for years, off and on. And I used to think that I was like, oh, I'm just terrible at journaling. But in talking, you know how, like I said earlier, sometimes you think it's just you, but in talking with my friends, I found out they also start, stop, and oh, let me get a different one. Maybe I'll keep up with it better if I buy better. If I like how this one looks better, whatever. So, I have some information on journaling to help you be more successful with that. I do also plan to be having some 7-day challenges, or maybe some 5-day challenges. And a lot of those things are going to depend on you, because I want to get feedback from you to see, what you would like to do. So the challenges would be to help you to reach a goal. So, like I said, 5 days, 7 days, whatever, on increasing intimacy, discovering who you are, or even a self love guide. I have created a self love guide to help you to find out the kinds of things that make you sing, what makes you happy, what are things that you're interested in now, because you know the things that you thought that you liked before, not necessarily what you still like. We grow and change, so we go through exercises to figure that out. I also will be talking about house sitting. My husband and I did house sitting for several months before we moved abroad. It was what allowed us to be able to travel and save money, because we started house sitting. We weren't paying rent because we didn't have a house at that time, so we weren't paying rent or mortgage or anything. So that was a part of our plan to exodus and to leave the United States. So if you we may talk about that one day. We may talk about exiting the exodus, our plan, and how we did that. That may be a topic one day. Talking about aging parents. Like I said before, we are in that age where a lot of us have aging parents, or they are, well, they're definitely older, but also some of them are sick. So we are dealing with having to care for them. And sometimes it's not us that we are not the caretakers. We may have siblings, thank goodness for them, who are handling the brunt of that. And, you like, for in my situation, I'm not there to actually help, so I try to do other things. But that's the kind of conversations that we will be having. What works for you, what works for you may work for me, and I don't even know about it because we haven't talked. So think about this as a way to share information, to get information, to help to make your life better. Because that's ultimately our goal. We all only have one life. We just have one. And I don't know about you, but I don't want my life to be something that I don't like. I mean, I got to live it. So I can make changes in it so that I like it. I may not be able to change everything, but there are things that I can do to improve the life that I have. And so sometimes we don't even know what those things are. I was on a live the other day, and there was a lady talking about how she remembered that when she was younger, she liked to roller skate. So for her, I think she said her 50th birthday or something like that, she bought a pair of roller skates, and she makes sure she has decided that every year for her birthday that she is going to think about something that she used to like to do and give it a shot, and see if she still likes to do it. It might not be the same way. It may be she don't like it at all, but she will have tried it and she'll know. And what if she does like it? Then that will be bringing her joy again when it used to. And here it was, she wasn't even doing that. And it might be a simple thing. It might be that you like to walk out in the grass barefoot, but it's something that you haven't done since you had kids or something. You know how we are. So, think about that. Think about, we talking about having adult children. Because they're still your children, but they're not kids, and they are not unable to take care of themselves. And sometimes as parents, I know for me, I just feel like I still have to help. I still have to help. But our son is 40. Our daughter is 38. So they are grown. They are, quite capable of taking care of themselves, even though they may have challenges. We all have challenges that come through. I'm not saying I'm, see you later, you're grown, but what I am saying is that I'm going to try not to worry and be as concerned and as I have been, because that it infringes upon your life in a way that it shouldn't. Sometimes it can. So, just talking about that. How do you manage that? How do you manage having grown children and then the grandchildren and all of the things that come along with that? How do you manage that? Um, just thinking about identifying and breaking through limiting beliefs that are keeping you from doing the things that would allow you to live your best life. So that I have that written down in case you're wondering. I'm looking down at my notes because I wanted to remember all the things that I want to talk to you all about. So, but yeah, just thinking about how your life is now and how do you want your life to be. I just wanted to come on tonight and just see if anyone was going to be showing up and see if I have someone. And yay, thank you for coming in, whoever you are. Sign in, let me know that you're here. But if you watch the replay, because I am going to get off right now, but I wanted to just give you a little bit of an idea about what midlife marriage magic will be looking like. I will periodically have guests and we will interact and talk about whatever that topic is. I want to talk about what you want to talk about. So whatever you have that you think you might want to share, just send it to me. If you want to bring it on, if you know I'm going to be on and you want to come on, just come on. Type in the comments, post a comment, and we'll chit chat about it then. I want this to be about you. Now, going forward, I will more than likely have topics because I know people are going to be like, well, what you talking about today? Well, I don't have anything, so I won't tune in, or I don't want you to think that way, but I do know that that's how people think. So, if you have a subject you'd like for me to talk about other than some of the things that I've mentioned, let me know. But going forward, I will just let you know, put up ahead of time what I'll be chit chatting about. And again, I'm still working on the time frame. But I've only had one person to come in tonight live, but I'm going to see, if people are able to watch the replay, because there may be people that, pick it up later on, 10 or 11 o'clock at night, because that's when they have wound down. They're through with everything they had to do, but it took them until, 9 or 10 o'clock, and, they just scrolling through. So, give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. I want this to be a very chill, kind of relaxed situation, but I do want some engagement. So let me know what topics you'd like to talk about. Let me know what you think about the day. Right, today it's Monday. Monday may not be a good day. Maybe Tuesday. So Tuesday at 9 Eastern Standard Time, which would be 8 for me right now. So 8 or 9 would work out. But let me know what you think, and give me some ideas on some topics. And if you happen to come across this later, please let me know that you watched the replay. And let me see, what kind of an emoji do I want to have you guys to send me? You know what? I went whale watching yesterday, y'all. It was incredible. I think I shared with you about it already. So if you get to the end, give me 3 whales. And that will let me know that you watched the whole thing. And give me also a little feedback on what you'd like to see or what you'd like for us to talk about. And any ideas that you have that might make this a little more interesting for us all. So thank you for your input, because I know I'm going to get some, even though you weren't here live. I'm looking forward to making the Midlife Marriage Magic weekly show something that you look forward to coming to, and we're going to work on that together. So looking forward to seeing your comments. And again, please like, share, and comment so that other Black women who are interested in what we have to talk about can find us. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will chit chat with you soon. Bye.